good afternoon, Venerable Sir, distinguished guests, university members, students, ladies and gentlemen. So this is our great honor and pleasure to welcome a very special group of visitors to Rajamangala University of Technology, Thanyaburi today. So today we celebrate individuals whose journey has inspired people around the world through the peace, compassion, mindfulness and service to the community. So please join me in warmly welcoming all the monks of Walk for Peace and also Venerable Bhikkhu Paññākāra and their beloved companion and aloka, the peace dog. So the Walk for Peace has touched a countless heart through an extraordinary 2,300 miles pilgrimage that took them all the way from Fort Worth, Texas to Washington, D.C., so followed by a historic journey across Sri Lanka and many countries in Asia. So walking over 2,300 miles on foot, that journey reminds us that peace is not merely a destination, but it is a way of living, walking and connecting with others. So today we are honored to host them as a recipients of the Ashoka Moral Leadership Awards. So shall we begin our conversation? Yeah, like I stated before, the Walk for Peace has touched a countless hearts through an extraordinary 2,300 miles pilgrimage that took them all the way from Fort Worth, Texas to Washington, D.C., and followed by a historic journey across many countries in Asia. So today we are honored to host them as recipients of the Ashoka Moral Leadership Awards. So let us begin our conversation by learning more about their remarkable mission.
Yes, okay, of course. So the first of thing, right, is the most vulnerable to have to touch, just learning about just the Walk for Peace in your opinion. So please invite to let's speak, right?
Yes, so many people have heard about the Walk for Peace, but may not know how it all began. So could you tell us the story behind this journey and what originally inspired you to start walking?
Namo Buddhasa, Namo Dhammasa, Namo Sanghasa, respected Mahasangha, dear distinguished guest. Today we are honored and have this privilege to be here on this stage to talk about the Walk for Peace and ask your questions. What inspired us to take on that journey of Walk for Peace? And I will be talking on behalf of our team members. Of course, we have more than just these venerable monks.
Yes.
Okay. It's because initially, when during the pandemic, COVID-19, I seen a lot of sufferings. We opened our doors at the temple in Fort Worth, Texas, USA, to give out food to 700 families per week for 2 years straight during the pandemic. During that time, there were so many people, either elders and younger generation as well, came to the temple, seek for help because of sufferings, because of so many challenges in life. And not just that, a lot more students also come to the temple with anxiety and depression. And beside that, whenever I travel around the world to do the disaster relief and charity work, I've seen so much suffering as well. And for that reason, I asked myself, what can a Buddhist monk do to help? And when I asked myself that question, and I think that I should do something by that time, but I didn't have a choice, a clue, what should I do until after I joined the walk in India with Ajahn Pawat, following the footsteps of the Buddha. And then after that, I decided to take on a walk over the West in the United States. Hopefully, that I can raise the awareness of peace, love and kindness and compassion to the people. And that is the original mindset that I had to carry on that walk for peace in the United States.
Yes, and your journey is not just only inspire the Buddhist people, but all of the religions.
It look like for you from morning until evening, right?
Our daily activity is like we wake up early in the morning about 4 o'clock. We do our own things, and then after that we have a light breakfast, and then do the rituals, which is a chanting and a short meditation, mindfulness meditation. And then roughly about 6 or 6:30, we'll start walking. When we start the walk in the morning, and then when we reach to the lunch locations, sometimes 10 a.m., sometimes it's like 11:30. And then that is when we will have a quick lunch as well. During that quick lunch, I will deliver the message of peace to the people who gathered at that break time, lunchtime location. After the peace talk is about an hour or something for the peace talk during the lunchtime. And we start the walk again around 1 p.m. Walk all the way to sometime 5 p.m., sometimes 6 p.m., sometimes 9 p.m. And there are times that we walk to about 10 p.m. And then when we arrive to the night rest location, we also give a talk about an hour to 2 hours talk as well for about mindfulness and loving kindness and compassion. And then we give out the peace bracelets to all the people who gather to join the peace talk. And then the blessing, and then we go rest sometime 12 midnight.
So during such a long and I guess it's a physically demanding journey, well, so what were the biggest challenges you faced and what kept you moving forward every day?
Our biggest challenge is the weather-wise. We walk through the heat, we walk through the snow, icy and freezing weather. Not just that, we encounter protesters as well along the road. And so encounter all that challenges during the walk. And sometimes we walk very long, 30 something miles per day, which wear us down very fast and badly. And so what keeps us continue moving forward without stopping is the mindfulness and the benefits of all the people along the road. And that is why and how, because when we walk, we always focus on our walk, focus on our breathing when we walk, this mindfulness. And seeing so much sufferings around us and people are waiting for us hours and hours like that on the road, that is give us more inspiration, more power to continue the walk without stopping.
So the next question, just like about the lesson from the road, you have met people from vastly different background, cultures, and belief along the way. So could you share one or two of the most memorable encounter or moment that deeply touched your heart and strengthened your faith in humanity?
I still remember that the touchiest moment during the walk is that people who came to us and cry. When they cry and then we ask what's going on, this is what people say to us. They are suffer so much and they want to end their life. They don't want to live anymore. That just shook me and touched me so much, because why would people want it to end their life when this life is so precious? But there are so many people, they are about to commit suicidal, because of that reason, and we had a chance to talk with them, to share with them the meanings of living in this world, what to do to overcome the difficulties, how to be mindful with your thoughts and words and actions like that. And then after a long time, we talk back and forth and guide them the way, then they be able to stand up again. They let go of that mindset of commit to suicide. And that is the most stood out moment for us during the walk.
Venerable Sir, let's talk about the peace in today's world. So the word peace is used very often, yet the true inner peace seems hard for people to find. So from your spiritual perspective, how you define a true peace?
Peace begins from within. There are so many talks about peace, world peace, and so much so on like that. But then, if we don't have inner peace, there will be no peace in the world at all. So, for us, in order for us to have a world peace, we have to start from oneself. If we be able to slow down and come back within, peace will arise and begin with that person. And if we keep doing that, spread out one after another like that, there will be peace in this society. There will be peace in this nation and of the world. So peace always begins from within.